Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back for some more trading. Let's jump straight into the setups real quick. We're going to be moving through the Dow and US tech, and after that, we'll sort out the 1-minute stories. At the moment on the Dow yearly high low, currently we can see we are trading above that 77 level. Price is also trading above this 50 moving average, but we can see trend is still down according to moving averages, 50 above 21 above 8. So we are awaiting that 821 crossover. Remember, this is the weekly time frame. It takes a little bit longer than the other time frames. Each candle represents 1 week, so we have to wait this one out. Might wait a little bit longer for that 821 crossover, but we can see price does have momentum to the upside. We are pushing towards the levels to the upside, meaning 77 and 89. And that is still the level we are aiming for, is that 89. That is a target level. Current support 77, resistance is the 89, and then furthermore above 100 we chase the 127, but we have to wait a little bit. As I said, these candles do take 1 whole week. If we take a look at the stochastic is still trading below the signal line, but yet it is trading above that 61.8. So there is indication that we want to start looking for these targets and potentially aim for the 89, but then definitely as soon as we get this confirmed 821 with a crossover, we are moving towards that 127. Probably then we'll get stochastic trading above its own signal line as well with a confirmed crossover. On the monthly high low, can see current level of resistance. This is the last day of the month. We'll post the new levels for the monthly high low tomorrow. So we are still trading in between this 89 and the 77. Remember, we always say above 61.8. We aim for that 89 target. Got very, very close to that target. Let's just get that about 80, 75 points away from it. But we are still aiming for that target. As you can see, currently sitting in that consolidation in between the 89 and the 77. Furthermore, above this 100, we want to be long until the 127. But as I said, we have new levels for next month, tomorrow. So we're just waiting for that. Trend is up on this time frame, 8 above 21, above 50. Stochastic is trading above the signal line and also trading above this 80 level, indicating that we want to be long on this time frame. On the weekly high low, we can see coming from Tuesday and yesterday, we are currently just not consolidating, but trading in between these two levels, the 161.8 and the 127. That is the levels of support and resistance that has been holding us for a little bit. But candle close below the 127, break previous candle low, is a valid trigger short back to the 100. Trend is down at the moment on the hourly. 21 is above 8. Both of them are trading slightly below the 50 over there. We can see 21 crossed slightly below the 50 not too long ago, or still a little bit above it, but we can see trend is down. 21 is above 8. Stochastic is below signal line, still trading inside of this consolidation on the stochastic. So we're also going to wait for a follow through down below 38.2 with price moving towards the 127, possibly giving us that trigger short candle close break previous candle low, so we can enter it for going back to that 100. But as I said, trend is down on the hourly. Take a look at the 5 minutes. 5-minute trend is down at the moment, 50 above 21 above 8. We are trading around this 50, so indicating both ways are going for a trigger. Candle close above 61.8, break previous candle high. We get our 2 positions in, both stops at the 50. First take profit at the 77, indicating second trade will move stop to entry, and then second trade take profit at the 89. Same to the other side, 38.2. First TP 23. Second TP the 11. These ranges are really not too bad. Let's have a look. About 40 points to first, about 81 points to second. That is a beautiful range, but 5-minute trend is down. We did get a trigger for a short previously, right over there, candle close, break previous candle low, but that unfortunately stopped out at the 50. So let's just wait. We don't have the greatest range for today so far, but we'll keep an eye out and we'll keep you updated with that trigger. US tech. Currently, we are trading above the 61.8. We can see above that level. We initially pushed for the 89. That level is still from where we are now. It's about 1,182 points away, but this is the weekly time frame. It does take 1 whole week for this candle to complete, so we should just wait and see if we do get this weekly candle close, possibly giving us that indication that stochastic will push above 61.8 and that we aim for that target. But according to moving averages, trend is still down, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is still below signal line, so we'll just wait and see for that to cross and also possibly move closer to an 821 crossover. On the monthly high low above 61.8, we aim for the 89. That has been confirmed. We hit that 89 perfectly. And now also on the daily time frame for the monthly, new levels, sorry, for tomorrow, but also above the 100, we want to push for the 127. We can see this month we've pretty much been down, respected the 0, and pushed all the way to the other side, reaching that 100. We can just see all that momentum. That indicated that we did get an 821 crossover. So trend is up on this time frame, 8 above 21, above 50. Stochastic is above signal line and also trading above the 89. So on this time frame, we want to be long. On the weekly high low, also went all the way up. We got a trigger for a long on Monday. That has hit take profit for the second trade at the 161.8. Currently, similar situation to the Dow. We're just trading in between the 61 and the 127. Next trigger, candle close below the 127. Break previous candle low. We aim for the 100. Stop right in between the 161.8 and the 127. So we'll see trend on the hourly. Currently is down 50 above 21, above 8. Stochastic is below signal line, and a great indication that is trading below the 38.2. We can see previously when price pushed to the 127, right with that candle, stochastic was still trading above the 61, but now with price coming down, stochastic is following through for that short advantage. Let's just see if price does get a candle close below 127. We will have stochastic trading below this consolidation, meaning we have bearish momentum to take us to this final target, but we will keep an eye on it. On the daily high low, this is tough. We've pretty much been just consolidating throughout the whole day. Got a couple of triggers over there. Candle close, broke previous candle high right over there. That broke the high. That stopped out at the 50. Got a candle close, break previous candle high. The trade has not stopped out. We came very close to the 50 over there, but not yet. So this is still an open running trade. But if you miss this one, next trigger short, candle close below the 0, break previous candle low. We aim for 127 first TP, second TP at the 161. If we hit that minus 127 second trade, stop moves to entry. Trend on the 5 minute at the moment for US Tech is still down, 50 above 21, above 8. Just watch out for today's lows so far as we move closer to this first target or first TP 23.6. Just jump to 1 minute. Let's get our grids right. All right, just have my higher time frames on the side. Looks like we're getting ready for another trigger shorts on Dow daily high low. All right, on the Dow, we're getting quite some movement at the moment. Let's look for where we will place our grids. Let's see, no real significant high levels reached over there. Only one was there still from earlier today. These highs, just get that correct. That high is at chart time 202. And then let's just pull this down. And we will just be trailing it with the lows. All right, and then with US Tech, we got close. We did hit a significant number over there, got the moving average crossover. So we'll put my high over there. That high on the chart time is about 832, and the low we're just going to trail. Let's look for possible extension fib setups coming from significant highs. See over there. Stochastic made a high, made a low on the stochastic, indicating there was divergence. Similar situation on US tech. Ranges are pretty good. And then on US tech, we have been creating significant lows, but the retracements are just not big enough. If we get more than 5 candle retracements to the upside now on the Dow, I will shift my extension fib from the low to the highs. You can see we're currently coming from below that 11 level. Next possible trigger for a long 33 stochastic up through 50 on both markets. Both are valid, but we are setting up for trigger shorts on the Dow daily high low. So rather just keep that in mind. If we trigger shorts over there, I'd like to at least chase the 1 minute until we hit that first target 23. Watch as US Tech is slowly approaching that first target 23.6. That is the next level of support. Dow also next support 23.6 of the daily. As the Dow is pushing down, we can this qualify for a trend chaser. There was equal lows over there. This candle made a low 1-2 reversal. Then this candle didn't grab it. So let's see if it breaks it down right now. 5-minute trend is down. We are trading below the 38.2 of daily high low. US Tech, same story. Sell stop took on the Dow. I have to get a stop on this one, break that previous candle high or above this 11. Got out of that. I'm just going to put my extension fib aside and wait for opening so I can actually get a range on it. Going to rush into anything. Let's approach this with the right mindset. Just take also busy breaking. Watch for the possibility of a 33 up through 50 on the Dow. Break of this low is trigger short on the daily high low. Keep an eye on the stochastic trigger. About 8 minutes for opening. As I said, resistance 38.2 of the daily high low. Watch at 33 stochastic on the Dow. We're back inside consolidation on daily high low. Have about 6 minutes until opening. Also watch US Tech. Might get the possibility of a trigger separation short. On both, it will be valid. 5-minute trends are down. DOW support now that 38.2 of the daily, kind of just moving in and out of that level. Watch US take for trigger. After this candle, about 3 minutes, then I'd rather wait for opening to do its thing, not get into a trade too quickly. Yeah, rather just wait for it to open. You see, we are getting some spikes, rapid candle movements. Let's just wait for the opening and then see where the range is taking us. Separations triggered. I have a minute and a couple of seconds to go for opening. We keep trailing these 1-minute grids. We go, we have opened. Let's give it a couple of minutes to see in which direction the opening favors. And we can start looking for some possible trend chasers. The Dow did trigger short daily high low and it hit first target with that one candle. But that risk reward was a little bit shaky. US Tech also hit first target 23.6 on daily, approaching that second target. Looking for a possibility of a trend chaser at the moment. Support on the Dow 127 of the weekly. Remember, hourly candle closed below the 127 of the weekly. Break previous candle lowest trigger for a short back to 100. Dow almost valid for a trend chaser. Also watch for possibility of a 33 stochastic down through 50. But we still have an outstanding target, the 11 of the daily high low on the Dow, which we want to chase. But otherwise, US Tech hit that 11. US Tech currently sitting on the 89 of the monthly as support. All right, that does qualify. We can put a sell stop. Break of this low, it will also mean we are below the 127 of weekly. See if it's going to trigger the sell stop. As I said, we still have an outstanding target, daily high low. At double bottoms now. Took. See that actually went below the TP, but spread was still just a little bit too big. But there we take profit on that. It's gonna move the 1 minute grid on US Tech as well. Dow, we are very close to that 11 of daily. US Tech, support 127 of weekly as well as 0 of the daily high low. Candle close below that 0, break previous candle low is triggers shorts on the daily high low. US Tech, I will stay away from the shorts at the moment since we're on that 127 of weekly and 0 of daily, at least until we do get a possible trigger for a short on the daily high low, meaning we are below that 127 of weekly and 0 of daily, then we can start pushing for the trend chaser shorts again. But possibilities are there for 33 stochastic up through 50 on both. Since we have hit final targets on daily high lows, can expect a little bit of retracements, or we can just shoot for a short below the zeros as well. That is also possible. Watch a possibility of a 33 up through 50. We've dropped quite a lot since opening. It's not even 100 points, so watch a possibility of that 33 up through 50. Can't really pin our extension fibs yet. Watch at 33 stochastic. And I'm long on the Dow. Going for the 5 points. Okay, take profit. Got resistance on that 23.6 and 23.6 of the daily high low. That is a resistance we are struggling with. US tech still dropping. Might get a trigger shorts on daily high low below that 0. Yes, dropping like it's no one's business. Sure. You can put an extension fib on Dow. Just see from that 61, it's not enough. But if we hit this, let me just turn it around. We come down, hit a 77% retracement from 38, 23-ish, we have 10 points. That is good. But we need to respect the 77 first. Is valid for a trend chaser. On the Dow, 5-minute trend is still down. The reason I didn't push for the 50 moving average on this 33 up through 50, only reason I pushed for 5 points. First of all, 5-minute trend is still down. Plus, if the trigger happened while we got a candle close above this 22 moving average, to be able to chase the 50, then that would be justifiable. Got that 77% retracement. Put a buy stop above 38. Perfect 89% retracements over there. Support on this 11 of the 1 minute grid as well as 61.8 of extension. US Tech is still just going down. We triggered short on the daily high low for US Tech below 0. Still keeping my eye on my buy stop on the Dow. So now since we've triggered shorts over there, I'll start looking for trend chasers again. Took my buy stop on the Dow. That also took profits. One minute trend is still down, so if that turns to the upside, I'll just delete this trend chaser. Resistance is 23.6 of daily high low on the Dow again. Got another 33 up through 50 over there, but we took the first one. As you can see, the first one kind of failed at this high over here. We got another push through over there if you want to take it for a second time. But so far this 23.6 is holding quite strongly as resistance. But we got a candle close above the 22 this time. Break previous candle high. We initially do aim for the 50. Watching for possibilities of trend chases on US Tech. US Tech 5 minute, we're about 120 points away from 50 moving average. On Dow 5 minutes, we're about 75 points away. Watch at 33 up through 50 again if you want to take it. Just going to keep trading this extension fib. Let's see now below 38.2, about 8.4, still not enough. See now. Getting there, getting there. Can start building one on US Tech. This is way too small. This range is not working with us. So for now, let's just leave it so you can see what's happening. This is valid for a trend chaser on US Tech. We have targets to the downside on daily high low. Dow will have a big enough range now. Let's see. 1 minute trend crossed over. I'm just going to take this sell and then shift it up towards the 38.2, below the 23.6 of the 1 minute grid, of course. So we don't want to get stuck at that level. and then start actually working with an extension fib on US Tech below 61. 5.4, that is not enough. Sell stop took on the Dow. We take profit there. US Tech below 61. 5 points, that's still not enough. Also similar to the previous two trades, we have to wait for that 77% retracement for long above 38. We've hit the 38.2 of the daily high low on the Dow perfectly as resistance. That 33 down through 50 is not really valid in my books. That signal line is still below the 50. Watch for separation short coming up. I'd rather wait for that follow through and break of the low in order to grab the sell stop for the trend chaser. As I said, we still have daily high low targets to the downside. Going to lay down a trend chaser on the Dow. And also a buy above this 38 because we have a 77% retracement. If we hit a 77 above 61, 6.7, we need a better range on US Tech. Support, what I like on the Dow is this 11 of the 1 minute. We have our opening range levels as well, so I'm just going to keep an eye on this trade while I get mine ready on the side. I should just watch out. Yeah, these are the lows of opening ranges. Yeah, no, I'm taking these out. I'm not playing with that low. I'd rather wait for trigger shorts on opening ranges before putting in another trend chaser. I have a buy on on the Dow open. We did get a 77 retracement, so that is valid. But I'd rather wait for trigger shorts on opening ranges and just make sure that we have that push or the targets to chase. At least this buy stop on the Dow is above that 50 of opening range. So still watching for possibility of a 33 stochastic up through 50 on US tech. US tech to first target is about 70 points and Dow is 61. It's not always that the US tech's outperforming the Dow on an opening. Watch the possibility of this 33 up through 50. Depends on how close we get to this 50 moving average. Because sometimes it hits the 50 on the stochastic, hits the 50 moving average, and then we return. Possible separation shorts on US tech. Watch support at the moment for US tech is that 0 of the daily and 127 of the weekly. That is, we are on that support. Dow 1 minute is giving us nothing at the moment, just moving to the side a little bit. Let's just wait for breakouts. As I said, I'm not taking chances at these lows. Gold is broke, and that's so now. Okay, we're trading below that 38.2, which is good. Now, since we're trading below that, I'll start looking for possible trend chaser opportunities. And delete this. On the Dow, we are approaching the 77 of the monthly high-low supports. We are below the 0 of the daily. And the risk reward on opening range for the Dow is about out. Support 77 of the monthly on the Dow. US Tech is approaching that support and first target, first TP minus 127 quite quickly. We are about 23 points away from it. That candle is hard. This one, so yeah, if this candle closes, I'll put a sell stop for a trend chaser. From the lows on the Dow, we have about 5 points until we reach that 23.6 of opening range. So you get 2 candles closing above this low. I will take that sell stop. Watch for possibility of a 33 stochastic up to 50 on both markets as well. That is indeed valid. Right, let's put a sell stop. On US tech, that 5-minute candle did close below the 38.2. Yo, by inch of an hair. But below this level, we'll be below that 38.2, which is what we're initially aiming for. And I'm still obviously aiming for that first target, minus 127 of daily high low. Put a sell stop on the Dow. Watch for that 33 up through 50 on US tech. I'm long. Found support on that 23.6 of opening range. Break previous candle low, we out. Take profit on that one. Gonna start building this extension fib. 5.4, that is not enough. Yeah, still too small. Took the sell on Dow. Oh, came so close to that TP over there. Here, take profit. On the Dow, we did also trigger short there, daily high low, obviously. And we are below that 77 of the weekly. Watch out, guys. We are on the first target, 23.6 of the opening range on the Dow. So if, in order for me to justify good trend chaser shorts, I would like to be actually just below that level, aiming for the 11. Resistance on US tech is the 0 of daily and 127 of weekly.
I just watched there, the low of the Dow there is double bottom levels in the hourly.
Yeah. Watch that possible 33 up through 50 on the Dow, but also watch out as we get that trigger, we might be on the low of the opening range, that 38.2. Gonna keep trailing this extension fib and below 61. We are getting closer. Still about 7.6.9 points. Watch for a possibility of 33 up through 50 on the Dow, but as I said, I'm also going to watch out for that low of opening range when we do get that trigger. US Tech back above that zero of the daily high low. Resistance is the 89 of the monthly, as well as the 11 of the daily. Support is now that zero of the daily. And Dow is support 77 monthly, resistance 0 of daily. US Tech also having resistance on the 50 of opening range. Watch that possible separation shorts on the Dow. Triggered if you want to take it. And then US Tech 8 points. 33 down 350 is a valid short on US Tech. Keep in mind, support is that 0 of the daily. On the Dow, I'm not going to put a trend chaser. First, I want to be below that 23.6 of opening range. Broken below that. You see how he's struggling with this low, that first target 23.6 on opening range. Below 61.8. We're getting there. It's about 9.3 points. I'm waiting for the 10. That's what I'm waiting for. Still 9.5. We're getting there. We're really getting there. Just need to break above this 38.2 of the 1 minute grid slightly, then we'll have a big enough range. Watch for possibility of the 33 up through 50 on the Dow. We've been struggling with that first target, 23.6 on opening range. See if it can get below that. There we go, trading quite well below that 23. So let's see if we get that small pullback. Watch for 33 down through 50 on US tech. Also this range perfectly with 9.5. And supports on that 23.6 of the 1 minute grid. If you take this short, just watch out for support from 0 of the daily high low and 127 of the weekly, as well as 50 moving average on 1 minute. You can see for the longest time we've been trading below this 50, and now for the first time we're trading above it and finding it as support. If this closes above this high, above this low, then I'll just put a sell stop, because that means if we break this low, we will be quite well below that first target of opening range. Approaching that first target, minus 127 on daily high low that we are still chasing. Sell stop on the Dow. Watch for 33 up through 50 on the Dow as well. US tech triggered, missed that one a little bit. 5 points. If you took it, well done, you would have hit your 5. The stuff just decides to move way too quickly. If we can hit a 77% retracement on this, we can have a buy stop above the 61.8. Which shows separation long on US tech, coming from this 50 moving average support. US tech was still trading on that 127 of weekly and 0 of daily. Dow, I'm going to start looking for that 33 up through 50 since we are finding that 23.6 of the opening range as such significant support. Not sure another 33 down through 50 on US tech. Short. Break previous candle high will be stop. Stopped out on that one. That's okay. I should have just followed the gut feeling of this 50 moving average being in the way of support. Let's see if the Dow 1 minute trend changes. This is the half past candle, so just watch out for that. If the 1 minute trend changes, I'll just delete this buy stop. Separation long on US tech that triggered. Current support for US tech is that 23.6 of the 1 minute grid. Resistance is that 89 moving average. Support on the Dow 77 of the monthly. Resistance on US tech is that 11 of daily. Watch a possible 33 up through 50 on the Dow. Yeah, we got that trigger, but it went with this candle close. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this. Sell stop. You keep trailing this. Short below 38.2.